Live at 6.
It's one of those things where there's all kinds of things going on in this neighborhood that unfortunately none of us like to see.
A street war between two immigrant groups continues to escalate. The latest battle sends a man to the hospital after being injured by a baseball bat. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. What started with a brawl in Lindenwood Park Sunday night picked up with another rumble last night. Things started in the Spirit Shop parking lot on 13th Avenue South, ended a block away outside an apartment. Police found an unconscious man with head trauma. Those living and working in that area say they're frustrated that no one has been arrested. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson picks up the story.
It is frustrating, especially sometimes when you think you have enough information for them to make an arrest.
Nightside manager at the Spirit Shop, Dan Nicholson, is upset over an uptick of crime, including the fight in this parking lot between two groups of immigrants.
Came in and said a guy had a gun. They denied that somebody had a gun when the police got here. So they're not trying to help the police in any way.
He says there seems to be no end in sight. Police didn't arrest anyone.
They have their hands tied. They show up somewhere and they can't make arrests because of whatever reason. That's what's affecting their work too, and that's the frustrating part, because I can have an officer here in 2 minutes try and apprehend an individual or however it works out, and then, they get to go home that night.
Nicholson is calling for a change of policies, saying the ongoing crime is making his business look bad.
We have been able to identify some that are responsible, and ultimately we will charge them with the offenses that are appropriate.
Police say there's no threat to the public and say the immigrant groups aren't gang related.
You have to have certain parameters that are set up by the federal government to be able to identify somebody as a gang member, and there's none of those parameters are really met at this point.
To me, when a group of people, no matter what, is committing crimes together, I guess I'd classify that a gang.
Crimes affecting more than just Nicholson's backyard. Those living next to an apartment where Sunday's fight happened are concerned too. Susan Coskella was driving home when she saw the smashed windows and a large group of people talking to police.
And I guess things can happen anywhere, but there's just been more and more things going on in Fargo the last several years. When it's this close to home, that's not a good thing.
Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Police aren't saying what country the two immigrant groups came from. When we asked, they said it's not relevant. We still don't know the condition of the man beaten with the baseball.